lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, walking through the woods towards a really tall house.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Interesting. Look at that mailbox. That's pretty dope. That's so funky. Would have been smart to make those into like birdhouses. Anyways, let's check the mail.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
That's not good. Let's leave those there, I guess.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Hey, El Primo.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Could you imagine getting groceries? Like the process to get your groceries to that house would be? I mean, unless you owned a helicopter or something.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, okay, hoof prints, so they used horses. That makes sense. Still sounds like a long-ass trip. Oh, there's a deer.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh yeah, since she wasn't allowed in half the rooms, she said. Well, I guess that's not that far. This seems so much further away up there. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Also, has anybody played Hello Neighbor? Totally giving those vibes. One tripper, you're a wimp. Both arms and hands full.
The house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
There's a bunch of missing pictures. Milton Finch? Must be a relative of hers.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
The house had been waiting for her. Your house is sentient? Alright, let's go around back, I guess. Her brother? Yeah, it could be. This is what remains of Edith Finch. Yep. Is that a doggy door? Or cat door? That's how we're going in? Okay.
Prowling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Is it weird to anybody else that none of this stuff is dusty? Everything looks so clean. That's weird to me. Love this game already. Me too. It's got a nice vibe to it.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
House is alive. Oh, it might
But
be.
instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Even their dirty dishes look clean. That's wild. Bunch of cookbooks. Got enough canned fish. Holy moly.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Where's Molly?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Is this gonna be this box? Oh, it's a music box?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara.
That's actually pretty
along
cool.
with the rest of the house.
Barbara's his wife? Barbara Finch. Must be. Yeah, I don't know where the cat
Mom
is.
always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Great game. Hello, gay irony. Great irony. How are you?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
You want a creepy house left to you? Same. In the middle of nowhere, nonetheless. Like, awesome.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
It dusted itself, exactly. That is sealed shut. Holy crap. Tell me you don't want anybody going into a room without telling me you don't want anybody going into a room.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I don't blame Edie. I would have done the same. Ah, a nice little insect collection. An arachnid. Look at that beard. That leads into the hair type of style. Love it.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Tell me you're rich and wise without telling me you're rich and wise. Hey, I bet that's still good. Can we open it? Nope. Okay. Can look through the pink peepholes, you think? Okay. We'll check it out. I'm not sure if this is technically a horror game or not. So he's a wizard. Yes. You're a wizard.
Mom must have locked
Mr.
the
Finch.
third floor stairs on the night we left.
Ah, good call.
Barbara
Good
was a child star for 2
catch,
years.
Brittany.
Until America grew out of it.
Child star for 2 years. Poor Barbara. All right.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Giving Shirley Temple vibes. Sven? And Eddie? Can't look through that one. Maybe this one? Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Look at that long, thick carpet in the bathroom. Okay. To each their own, I guess.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother.
Honestly, that's a really
Calvin.
cool room. Is it pink? I think it was pink. Molly?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
I love the branches growing through the wall. That's kind of neat. Probably wasn't like that when she was in the room, but I mean, it's still pretty neat. Hey, Dragon Therian, how are you? All right, let's go ahead and get out of this peephole.
I spent a lot of time playing in
Ooh.
Great Uncle Walter's room.
He's got the whole
I
nautical
think
theme
my
going.
mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Love it.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
All these rooms are like different worlds, it seems. Is this gonna work? "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea."
Turns out,
Nice.
my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Alright, I like where this is headed. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm glad you're doing not bad.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Milton had been here. Okay. This is what remains of Edith Finch. For anybody who's unaware.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
And we've just started,
But
like,
I had no idea what was behind that door.
a few minutes ago. 10 minutes ago.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
You're far too familiar with this? Yeah, it's an older game. I've never tried it.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Poor girl. Played it 3 times and watched over 100 playthroughs. I mean, feel free to make it 101.
I kept eating and eating.
Aww.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Dragon Therian.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? Okay. I like this. Let's get it.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Well, you shouldn't have flown away.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Can I jump up there? Oh, maybe from here.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
You're a cat
All
though,
I
so
cared
whatever.
about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Whoa.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Wild.
Rabbits.
Sorry, Rabbit, we're hungry.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Whoa. All right. Oh, we got to flop down there. Let's go.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
There we go.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Baby shark. Do 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 do. Give me food. Oh, just a sec. Let me fix this. Do.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
All right, where are you? Oh, that's how I go down. Okay. Nom nom
I
noms.
tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Come here, little seal. Big seal. It is indeed my first day as a shark. Just saying. That wasn't close enough? Oh, I see it now. You just hear excuses? Yes. Totally valid excuse.
I grabbed on tight.
There we go. We got it.
And when I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When
Nope.
I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
We're an octopus? Or a sneeze snake? Looks like a sneeze snake.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big.
We're gonna eat the human now?
Real quiet.
Oh yeah. There we go. The sound design for this game is amazing. You hate the monsters' noises so much. I hear ya. This level made you creeped out about a Christmas song. Every time you hear the song, you think of it. I didn't expect a Christmas song. It's a good, perfect timing.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Me with candy. We're gonna get the captain now, or we're just gonna... Was 2 people enough? Is he sick on the table? I don't know. Why are we stuck here? Let me... Issues with movement and people stuck. Alright, so quick game, I guess. I hope it saved. Let's hope it saved. Yeah, it wasn't letting me move anywhere, so may as well.
December 13th, 1947.
Okay, we do have to start this
Dear
part over.
Diary, I'll be
You have that
gone
issue
soon,
too once in a while?
but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, there's ads rolling right now? I didn't even see that. Alright, well, by the time the ads come back, everything will be clear, so... At least you've already seen that part. These parts, I mean.
The food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
It's only 3 minutes per hour, too.
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I didn't do that last time, so honestly, that's kind of cool. Just gotta be just be careful when we're the monster, I guess. This is what remains of Edith Finch. Yep, Finch.
I ate a lot of things that night. I kept eating and eating.
Wonder what she did to go to bed early without dinner. I don't know. Going to bed early is one thing, but without dinner is crazy.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
No,
I
she
reached out for her.
she just ate the gerbil's food. Thankfully, that would have been wild.
And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
Where's the gerbil? She ate it.
I was
You
an owl.
can't convince me.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
We're gonna get a bunny. Maybe.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Hey, Starshine.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Here we go again, rolling down the mountain. Hey Britt, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
There we
Now,
go.
I was hungrier than ever.
We are cruising now. We got better experience with the shark body.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
It doesn't really look fat or juicy, but I mean, it's a seal.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I love a good flipper. Good flipper meal. Favorite. Now you're a pro at being a shark. I know, right? It only took like a few minutes of experience. Should you follow me if you want to? That's up to you. Something I can't answer. I would just be biased. Stu gonna need a bigger boat. Love the Jaws reference. Alright, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Alright. Mama! Oh wait, this isn't a mama one. It's just a regular seal.
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Here we go.
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Alright, let's not get stuck. Let's not get stuck as a sea monster.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
That sound really is like unnerving and disgusting.
was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
The drunken sailor. All right, nom noms. Don't get stuck. Oh yeah, we did it. We're not stuck. It's like old lang syne. I can hear it. Oh. I'm the captain now. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Okay. What do we have to have?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
We're going upwards, okay. Oh, into a toilet. That gives me real good feelings.
I got closer and closer.
I can't wait to be paranoid about that later. Okay, we're back to Molly's room.
All my stomach started growling.
The opossum's cute.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
She's got such a good imagination.
Me to fall asleep, but it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What was that last part? Wow, okay. Also, she looked like she had scurvy.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, she only survived 10 years? Wow.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Hola, Ethan. Is it imagination? I guess we'll find out. I think the story is she ate the berries, lived in. Oh. Maybe. We'll find out.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
This girl's way too trusting of this
Well,
trellis.
When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Hi, Rita.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
This oxygen tank.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dang.
Her room was like a museum.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg is his wife. Okay.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
And his house. Holy crap.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Okay, we already read this. So we're at the beginning again, right? Okay. Let's back out. That was very interesting. This game has a lot of lore.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Game is so beautifully written and tear-inducing. Oh, I'm starting to feel that now.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh, Edie had a long life, huh? Oh, there's the pink carpet, or whatever that is, in the bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Alright, I'm glad we're talking
It was a
about this in the
pretty big
game.
Trace.
It was a pretty pink trace. See, even she's talking about it. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That's so creative. Pepto bathrooms are all the rave. It screams like the 50s. Calvin Finch. So those are photos. Oh. Milton. Wild. Wild. Okay. So much beef with Kay, and every part of it comes from this bathroom. Valid. You need a pink bathroom right now? Even with the carpet?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Alright, Command Center. Let's go.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Thanks for the follow, hey Brett. Yeah, I guess he is next. Oh boy. So he was 11.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
This is giving me motion sickness.
Come
Oh.
in. Dinner's ready. Coming.
But
All right.
that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Alright, homie, let's stop.
I told him going around was impossible.
Let's slow down.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Mom's getting pissed, Calvin. Let's go. Queen of Rot, this is What Remains of Edith Finch. So far, it's pretty good. Alright, slow down. Slow down, Holmes. Slow down. There we go. There we go. That's right. Drag your feet. You're welcome. He's got a band-aid on his wrist and a cast on his ankle and foot. Yeah, I don't know anything about the game yet. Other than she's going through the learning about her family. And she inherited the house basically. Oh, you keep swinging? Okay. All right, let's go high, Calvin. To the moon, bud. This is honestly terrible placement for a swing.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here.
Uh-oh.
But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh no!
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Well, that's awful.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Looks like all the kids want to escape. They just want to get out.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Whoa.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
And they don't even take down the swing after. Need, absolutely, same.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family.
Oh.
I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Okay. Nice narration.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
At
But
16?
in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was a about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh my gosh.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
That's pretty cool.
20 minutes
Saw that earlier, though.
later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh boy. Are we in Halloween now? Is that what's going on? You can see Michael Myers?
Find Rick's crutch and imagine the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
There's a saw. This one freaked you out a bit? Your second favorite story?
The fridge rattled and grew still.
Tales from the Crypt. It does sound like that.
Oh dear!
Oh!
I mean, he had it coming, so...
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out.
Then act serious.
She kept a little something
Actually.
to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay,
Uh-oh.
coming up. But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Haven't seen this game in years, Newt. Alright, we're going upstairs. The Hookman on the library, yeah.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get
Is that Bumbo?
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groan.
Take that. Crack.
He wasn't moving,
Sucker.
but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had
He's gone.
vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Guess we're checking the front door now. Shortly after we were attacked by a hookman.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story.
Oh, he's under the bed.
As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now
All
that's
right.
what I call a real eerie tale.
Damn. What a story. Centering around how she can't scream until the end, right?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
All right, I think we have time for one more story.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
You like the classic horror movie shoutouts? Yeah. Classics are the best. I'm a star. I'm a star.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
That is funny. We've already been in there. Are you downstairs?
Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot.
That sounds great. Oh, that's where we came in, through the garage.
I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
This game is prompting you so heavily. Yeah, they all do that. Well, most of them. Good games do that.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
All right, we got spin.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
You didn't know it did that?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Yeah, I've never played this. This is my first time.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Oh, wow. Straight up stone
She
walls.
said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Nice. Oh yeah, bunker, of
If
course.
there's a pattern in all these stories,
They're ready for Fallout, that's for
I
sure.
think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Holy shit.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Makes sense.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Even a monster on the other side of the door? What?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
I noticed that little chef guy looks sadder and sadder each time.
I'm done waiting.
A little figure.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Bro has a bunch of seasonings, but nothing to do with them. Not what I'm wanting you to do. There we go. "30 years in a hole in the earth? That's crazy."
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Who's gonna break through the wall?
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Real.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
All right. We
I'm
broke
going
through the wall to
appreciate
train
all of it,
tracks?
especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left.
He only has a year
Or a
left.
month.
Oh, wait, no, he's just
Or
talking about the world
single
ending.
week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh, my. Oh, my gosh. That's a way to go. Holy crap.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Wow.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Rip Walter. All right, we can do one more story.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Let's go down now. Am I not hitting the right button? Go down. Controls were inverted. Interesting.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
He didn't even
I can
have a
only
day. He had
imagine
a
what
simple
else she
minute,
was
right?
hiding.
What else is she hiding?
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
30 years worth of cans?
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Oh yeah, I didn't know she was either.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse,
They hadn't talked about that yet.
we made it real.
But she said 1, maybe 2, so that makes sense.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Such a pretty location.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Looked down and saw the belly. Was like, she's
I
pregnant
think
or ate
people
too
in
many
these
donuts.
stories believed them, for what that's worth.
That makes sense.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That's a good question.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Honestly, that's super cute that there's a pet cemetery.
Sven
Then
built the house.
understand
but it
2 of
was
them being
Edie
her
who designed
fault.
the cemetery.
And not wanting to see it, though.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Does this work?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh. Neat. It's all marked and everything. So you could see just the old house, I guess.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
This game really is cool. Lip buoys probably for any sailors that don't crash into the wreck at night. Okay. Yeah.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
And there we have it. Perfect. 22 weeks. Holy crap.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Okay, so Sam was a vet and a hunter. Alright, last story for the night. I'll make it 2 parts on YouTube.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
I was about to say, that's way out of focus.
Am I gonna?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Just random pictures, you know. It's like Pokemon Snap. Nice. Blast from the past. Oh, that was like nothing. Now you can add professional shark and photographer to your resume. Yeah, my resume is gonna be lit. Are we good? Have we taken enough pictures? Just unlimited pictures, I guess.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done?
Hey!
Totally not creepy.
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
So it sounds like a no.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Holy crap. Couldn't have gotten a more perfect picture with that.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, we can walk.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
Oh no! Oh my gosh. Damn.
Of all
Nobody
these
gets a break in this
stories,
family.
That's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Nobody gets a break.